right?
UFO Garage.
Yeah. Hey, this is another episode of UFO Garage.
I've been.
And I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about UFOs, aliens, and all things weird.
Yeah.
Back again on a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Ben and
Oh,
Joe,
yeah.
you know, the hosts of the show,
Who's that?
Ben and Joe.
Oh, the hosts.
Hosts.
Hostess.
Hosts. It's the stuff.
The,
Wasn't that their slogan? Hostess, it's the stuff.
It's the stuff, man.
Or now that's the stuff or something. I forget.
It was either that or Oreos can suck it.
I like that one better. Hostess, go get this shit.
Just eat it.
Hell
Hostess,
yeah.
just come freaking buy some. Stuff it in your face. Buy it.
Oh man.
It's,
What's up, everybody?
It's food. It's sugar food.
How are y'all doing tonight?
What's up, everybody? Dang, we got a full house. We got Champ. What's up, Champ? Mr. Crowley. What's up, brother? Anne. Good evening. Yes, I see you brought your eyeballs with you. Yes.
Good.
Yes, good. Yes, look at how she is looking. Akashi Chris, what's up, dude? Champ again. Oh, sorry. Sunsaver, what's up, man? Yeah. You gonna let me do this one all by myself? You gonna see how long I was gonna go?
Yeah, I was just trying to see how long you were gonna go. It's funny. Gordium, what's up, man? Jojo Bone and Bigfoot Anon, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? So tonight's gonna be pretty chill. Ben's a little sick. Well, not sick. Just maybe it's allergies.
I'm over the hill. It was a sinus infection.
Sinus infection, dude.
Bad one.
I hate getting infections in general, but sinus infections really suck.
Bro,
Because-
I always thought like that doesn't sound bad. But it's so bad.
It's so bad. Once a year, dude, I usually get like this gnarly ear infection that turns into a sinus infection. It sucks. Every year I get at least one.
Yeah.
They're terrible. And then like your whole head just shuts down.
Yeah.
You can't even breathe, even if you wanted to try. And then like you almost die in your sleep sometimes because, no breathing.
You almost died. So you've had it. So when you have had one, did you get the dizziness and like the body aches and stuff? I thought I had COVID.
Yeah, dude. No, dude. You can't get COVID anymore. Did you know that?
Well, I got all of the shots, man. I was gonna be pissed if I got COVID.
Well, it's not because you got the shots, dude. It's because it just went away.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't
there's
know
gonna
that?
be a warning that pops up right there for accurate information on. Damn it,
shit.
We might as well play an Eminem song or something really famous.
Right? I'm just kidding. You totally still get it. It's for real.
It's free.
And then they'll say at the bottom they can add, and then he told the truth.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, so tonight I thought maybe we could talk about time travel and stuff. There's a lot of things that I want to know about time travel. So like this could be really helpful with the listeners and the chat. If you guys know anything about time travel, maybe you can answer some of these questions.
No, we need some
But more
participation.
importantly, dude, there's like a real expert, and I like to bring him in right now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michio Kaku. I'm just kidding. You should have seen the look on your faces.
I was gonna go with it.
You guys are dummies. I'm just kidding. You guys are great. No, but wouldn't that be dope if we could get Michio Kaku on the show? How
That'd be
cool would
sick.
that be?
That would be dope.
I heard that dude blew up his garage making a fucking like superconductor battery or something or other in his garage when he was a kid.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and then like MIT or somebody was like, "Hey, that was badass. You want a scholarship?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, I'm only 8. I'd love to have a scholarship to MIT." And they were like, "We just blew up your garage with a superconductor battery thingamabob. Of course we're gonna give you a scholarship."
He was only 8?
Dude, he was like really young.
Oh my
He was really young. I think I'm totally exaggerating when I say 8, but yeah, he was really young.
Dude, that is awesome. Imagine like I didn't even know what MIT was until I was in my 20s. Like
Yeah.
imagine being approached by MIT like, "Hey, you want to like go to school here for free just cuz you're
You're
smart?
smart.
Here's all this money now. You
Here-
you learn
here
things
you
for
go."
us.
Yeah, can you
Can you learn
even
this
though
for me?"
even though you're coming here to learn stuff, can you teach us stuff? That would suck. Like you're smarter than everybody in the college, and like you still have to pay money to go to the college, even though you're the one teaching them stuff. And they're like, "This kid is brilliant."
What if there was like this secret university of professors that like in actuality they really need everyone's essays and tests so that they could submit your work so that they could pass their tests. They're like,
Yes.
okay, so did you get 14 of these answers right? Or how many kids showed up in your class this year? What's the average? And I don't know, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. But they're using our homework for their homework.
Yeah. So, dude, I was thinking today, man. Actually, I was thinking yesterday. I was like, all right, time travel, right? Time travel is pretty crazy. And there's so much that goes along with time travel. But then people also talk about like teleportation. Are time travel and teleportation the same thing, or are they different? Because like I figured if they already teleported an atom, then we already figured out time travel. And if that's not the case, then like maybe we're just wasting time with time travel because we already figured out teleportation. But then I started thinking, well, dude, what if you can only teleport one way unless you have another teleportation device, right? So if you teleported back in time, you wouldn't be able to teleport back unless you were able to make the machine. But time travel, you could go back and then you could totally come back home if you wanted to. So maybe it's not a waste of time, but they're both very cool things.
Yes.
You know?
So, and that, I mean, there's like so many different theories. Like, I'm gravitating towards one. Like, if time travel only exists if there's another device somewhere, like there are other options. So, like, one theory suggests that like even if you, all you have to do is establish that first connection, and then you can continue to go back in time as well as forward, because once you have it there, then you create a totally different paradox, and then you can visit the other device at any point in time because you've already made that connection. I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
So then does that mean that if somebody invents a time machine in the future, that a time machine has always existed from the beginning of time? Because technically you could go to the beginning of time in a time machine. So even if you didn't create it at the beginning of time, it still exists. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You just don't know about it yet. You know? So a time machine, so that'd be crazy, right? Because like since the birth of time, whether it be God or whether it be the Big Bang, whatever you want to call it, that has created this universe, a man's time machine has existed the entire time.
Yeah, right. Like somewhere, some dude. But what if it's like this dude that's been working on time travel his entire life and it never works, but like one day in the future his grandchildren hear this humming in the basement and they go downstairs and it's been activated only because the time machine in the future turned on. It needed that link to turn on in the future. So like it worked, just not yet because the other one hasn't been created yet in the future.
But when it is created in the future, it has to have like existed all through time.
Okay, so that's okay. I remember what that other theory was. So there is that theory that like you have to have one to go back in time or whatever. But the other one you kind of touched on at the beginning, is time travel the same as
Teleportation.
Yeah, so time and space are connected, um, but they don't have to be. There is only time because of mass and space. Like time only exists in a bubble. I'm trying to think this diagram that I saw recently, but it was like it all relies on time. So if you could move faster than the speed of light, then you don't need any other time travel device at all. Like if you can just travel and go really fast, you don't need any other kind of propulsion or whatever.
So that would be as a human. Like if I could somehow travel faster than the speed of light, I wouldn't need a machine, right?
Yeah.
But since I am a human, I totally need a machine.
Joe
Right?
and the machines.
Isn't that the catch?
Yeah.
Like in the whole thing? Like
yeah.
if I could move faster than the speed of light, I wouldn't need a time machine. But then what is the limit of like past the light barrier? Like what's the speed? Like is it just barely faster than light, or is it like exponentially faster than light, or is it immediately faster than light? Like what is the gauge on faster than light, and how does it, can we measure that? You know, like once you get over light, right?
Yeah.
Can you go faster? Or are you just
That's
barely going faster than light?
I think there's like been studies, like people have been trying to figure out mathematically how you can go, like the numbers just don't work out. That's the speed limit of the universe. But a lot of quantum physicists say, sorry, I've got that thing happening again. Excuse me, that's gross.
Yummy.
I'm sick, y'all. Sorry about that. So quantum mechanics, there are mathematical equations that don't have to rely on the speed of light, but most of our equations do. Like that's just the thing that we calculated. So I think anything's possible, man.
Yeah, yeah. So now back onto the topic of teleportation, right?
Oh,
You have a device that you can hone in on something and then teleport it. You can move it, right? I think they was it Chinese did some atoms or something, teleported them to the moon,
oh yeah.
but then those atoms just stay there at the moon. How did they get back? Can you lock onto them from far, far away? Like, that's where I'm thinking, like, okay, teleportation, right? Like that seems like something you'd have to have two landing pads in order to make work, right? That are like talking to each other
Right.
to make that happen. But I'm dumb, so that could be completely wrong. But
Dude, I think that I don't know what happened to that experiment. Like, did they send the particulars back? Do you remember?
I think they're still there, dude.
Jesus, dude, I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry, bro.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Well, Ben's got to go blow his nose, man. He'll be right back, though. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is there? I feel like there's totally a difference in teleportation. But dude, hold on. I was reading a comment up here. Let me see. What is it? Where'd it go? Alabama Tide. Joe, we all need to agree that if someone we know invents a time machine, we would come back now and tell it. Yes, I agree 100%. Everybody in the chat, everybody listening, me, you, Ben, everybody. Dude, if one of us comes up with a time machine, which we won't, but if we do, definitely come back and tell the rest of us. All right? Like no bullshit. You gotta let us know.
But like make it a production. Like I don't know, get
Make sure that there's smoke.
Yeah, like maybe do like a couple magic tricks. Like dress
make
up.
make your machine a phone booth.
Oh, dude, love that. It's
original.
That's
That's what that is.
Isn't that what the TARDIS is? Oh my gosh, what show is that, dude?
Oh,
dude.
I've
got sick brain.
Dr. Love.
Doctor something.
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
No.
Boom. That's what it is.
Is it?
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
Who's the
TARDIS is a telephone booth.
who's the guy from Marvel, the Doctor guy?
Oh, it's
The
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, Doctor Who. There you go.
Doctor Strange is that cucumber guy.
I don't know. I thought he was the superhero in Marvel, the psychic guy.
That's a cucumber guy.
Oh, the cucumber guy. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Yeah. It's also hell yeah. It's also from Bill and Ted. That's where I was going with it.
Oh God, I got it.
All right.
Bill and Ted. Yeah, boom.
I think, man, like, and then okay, so like even if you were to be able to time travel, right? If you could travel through time, and time travel is really just what you're not going to a different time technically, like you're going to a different place, right? Like, and that's the way that people describe it. Even if that was a thing and you could time travel, could you time travel through dimensions? Or is that like a whole nother level or layer to like traveling? Because are we just time traveling within our space and time? Or are we able to time travel through dimensions as well? Or is that like a whole nother, like, it's almost like teleportation is like the first thing we should figure out, and then time travel would come next, and then dimensional travel would come next.
I feel like figuring all this stuff out would be very dangerous by practicing through just doing it,
just trying it,
just trying shit out. Like you would never see that time machine ever again. Like you're like, oh, it's gone.
But then whenever you talk about like dimensional travel, then people are like, oh, but that's like light beings and like consciousness and like raise your vibrations, dude. And it's like, no, I just want a machine. Like, how do I make a machine to travel through dimensions? That's what I want to do.
I feel like, so saying the traveling through dimensions thing, does that mean you believe in the multi-universe theory where there's like an unlimited amount of universes out there that contain every single action that we did or haven't made, and there is no time, and like it's just like we're just like hopping from one dimension to another?
I think multi-universe theory is definitely real, but like every universe that's in the multi-universe has like multi-dimensions to them as well.
Whoa.
You know? So it doesn't matter what universe you're in that specific universe, you can still travel dimensionally through them.
Yeah.
But then once you get to the dimensional level, does the multi-universe even matter?
So if I feel like, ooh, dude, okay. So this dimension is like very physical. So what the next dimension is like more light spectrum kind of thing.
Yeah.
So your body won't exist. It's just your consciousness or I don't know, your aura or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like what's lower than like physical stuff? I don't know. Does it go back from like non-physical to physical to non-physical?
I don't know. Can you imagine a 2-dimensional space though? That would be total hell.
How would you ever find your wallet, dude?
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
You'd always have to look in front or behind you.
I
can't find my wallet.
Try to wipe your ass in 2 dimensions, dude.
Yeah, it'd be impossible.
That's funny.
Which is even a crazier thing to think about, the 2-dimensional world.
Yeah.
Dude, this may be a stupid question, but I don't think I've ever even thought about it. Is there living things in the 2-dimensional world that we know of?
Honestly, when I think of the 2-dimensional world, I just think of cartoons.
Yeah, me too.
Well, what lives in the? Yeah, what is the 2-dimension? Is it just because we observe it? Like,
I guess so.
Sure
like if you look at like a little germy germ, right? It's on like that flat ass piece of glass, and you're like, damn, that's pretty 2-dimensional. But then like down to his scale, he's like, man, this place is huge. He's like, I'm so 3-dimensional right now.
I'm moving so freely.
And there's so many of us. There's hundreds of thousands of us fitting in here. How do we do this? We're so 3-dimensional right now.
You squished that piece of glass on us so hard.
You smushed 2 pieces of glass and they're still like, wee. Like they're not even like Like, how big is the gap between two flat ass pieces of glass, dude?
Big enough for a dance floor for germs, man.
I know, dude. They love that shit. It's almost like germs like being in between two pieces of glass more than they
Yeah.
like being out in nature, dude.
Yeah, they like
That's,
they
that's why
show
they
off.
keep so many of them in those tubes.
Yeah. You think any scientists or whatever charge them rent for test tube,
They should.
you know?
They should be like, all right, you guys can stay here, but you got to give us 2 anti-cancer cells a week.
That's the deal.
And they're like, okay, we need a place to stay. And I mean, between these two pieces of glass is like the largest piece of property we found so far. So you got us kind of by the tentacles, but you know, we're gonna go with it.
The tentacles.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
Let's see. Michael Gutierrez said, he said something funny. He said, I heard that fish are in a 2-dimensional world. I don't know what that's all about, but I like it. It almost seems, but like, then what if, oh, dude, what if your eyes saw 2-dimensional, right? Like, what if when you looked at everything, it just looked like it was on like a flat sheet of paper? So, like, your reality was flat, but you actually lived in a 3-dimensional reality. Like, what if that's what we're experiencing right now? Like, we're looking at a 3-dimensional reality, but really we're living in like a multi-dimensional space.
I think we are.
I think so, dude.
We just don't have the sensors to synthesize it yet, to understand it, or detect it. You know,
Ooh.
like we're looking at, we're trying to take a photo. We're trying to take a video with a film camera, you know, like an old school like Polaroid.
Yeah.
Trying to take a 4K video. God, dude, my brain's mush. Dude. Sorry, all my analogies are.
Enzo came up with a good point. So the example we had about the germs, they have to like pay rent to live in between the two pieces of glass.
Yeah.
He said, blow that up. Blow that example up to our size. Do we owe rent to whoever owns the galaxy?
Oh, dude, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
And dude, like whoever owns the galaxy, like, okay, say, dude, this is even crazy. Okay, say like in the germ world, right? Say they found, say they were smart enough to invent a, I don't have any paper on my desk. I actually cleaned it, man. There's nothing over here. What if a germ was smart enough to figure out a time machine, right? And germs could now teleport back and forth through time. Would that even matter to us, or would it affect our reality?
Dude, it might be happening. It might be happening right now.
I know.
As we speak, we're finding out more and more every day. Like we just found out a couple years ago that there are like neuron type cells in our heart and in our stomach and like our other organs. Like, what did they have communication? Like,
yeah,
neuron, the same cells that live in your brain that help you connect things to other things, dude. Like, I feel like we're gonna figure some shit out like that very soon. Like, maybe there's cells that if you're close to somebody or if you're in love with somebody, maybe you share communication cells, and like there's like this quantum entanglement type action happening, and they're like sharing energy. You know, that'd be cool,
dude. Yeah.
Or like if you're really vibing with somebody, having a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know,
if we came up with a time machine, do you think it would only affect our reality, or would it affect everything around us? Like when I was thinking about like the germs, and if they were able to like time travel, would it even affect us? Like what would happen to us? Like, does it even matter? Like if there's like this giant thing, this scalable like thing that exists out there, we never, kind of like in the Eternals, How like there's like the massive like
Oh,
God dude, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
like we
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't realize he's there.
That was
But like
cool.
if we like invented time machines, would he be like, "Wait, no, like stop it, like
Wait.
you can't do that." We're like, "Yeah, we're going back to a time to where you don't exist."
Uh,
Yeah, we'd be like, "No, not in
See,
my house."
See, even I feel like the Eternals. I mean, I love that, dude. That is awesome. That plot and the visual. But I think at the scale we're talking about, like Rockman has to be like maybe 1,000 times bigger than what they show. Like it's
Yeah,
gotta be huge
yeah.
for that comparison to work. But I think you're onto something there. Like I don't think it would matter, honestly. I don't think it would matter, dude.
Like, would you affect his reality?
I don't think so.
Like, and then like, dude, the size of that, like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's not even a fair comparison. Like, the size of him and you just time traveling back and forth, would that even matter? But like, space is pretty big, so like, I guess if it fits in space, its reality would be affected in some way, no matter how big it is,
Yeah.
right? But like, shit, like, what if it was so big? What if it was so big, dude? Right, that piece of his leg is like floating out next to Earth. But if you time travel to like the beginning of time, you would just be getting to like his shoulder because he's so big. Like he's so big, he's actually extending through time. That's how big he is.
Whoa.
And
That's
and
a
like,
big boy.
yeah, dude.
That's a big ass boy.
Yeah. Because even right now, like if we just saw something really big and we drove next to it for like 20 days, that was like time traveling just like to the future. It just took you 20 time traveling days to get to his foot or his
Yeah.
knee,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, if you went along his body and also increased in mass, and you really would be time traveling because as you move like the closer to the speed of light, like time stands still for you, but is very fast for everybody else. So it's kind of slow for you. Not stand still, but like very, very slow to you, but to everybody else because you're going so fast. Like thousands of years go by, years go by. But if you scale up your mass at the same time, geez, sorry, that thing's happening. Stop again, dude, dang it.
I like how your nose is kind of like, it's kind of clogged. So you give like that old school version of like what a nerd is. And you're talking about the space and time and what do we...
It's so weird. Like it gets stuck. It doesn't go down my nose. It just goes in the back of my dang throat. Gall. So anyway, I was gonna say, I wonder what would happen if you scale up in size and mass at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna go blow my nose, dude.
Let's keep tabs. Let's keep tabs, man. All right, what do we got going on in the chat, man? Let's see here. Let's see. Joe, what if we went back in time past the creation of all things or forward past the end? Dude, I have thought about that too. But then like, okay, so here's the thing though, right? If I think time would have to have a beginning of some sort, right? Because if we went back in time past the creation of all things, then that means that the time machine could never have been created in the first place. That's what I think. I think this like initial time has to like exist for you to be able to maybe move it or space, whatever, or forward past the end. I think maybe. Okay, so that's going to break down into, has everything always existed, or are things constantly being created to the point to where we just can't see it yet, right? Because we can only see up to a certain point of the universe. We can only see how big it is up to a certain point. After that, we have no idea what's out there. Now, hopefully we'll be able to like map it a little bit further with the new telescope that we have coming out, and that'll be pretty sweet to be able to map it and see how big the universe is a little bit more. I don't know if we'll ever get to the end, but if space curves to where the light will never actually reach the horizon that we can see over, then we'll never know what's on the other side. So I don't know if you can even get to the end. But the beginning, I don't know. That has to imply that there's a beginning. If it always existed, then a time machine has always existed somewhere. So I think that's a big question. Has it always existed, or did it start?
Are you asking me, or are you asking the chat that?
No. I was going over what Alabama Tide said. He said, "What if we went back into the past, past the creation of all things? So before anything created, what if we went back before that time?"
Oh, cool.
And that would be cool, but I don't know if you can if nothing's been created. If nothing's there, I don't know. You couldn't.
I think we were talking about this before, like the theory that, like, you know, the Big Bang, which has been proven. Some scientists still don't believe, or, you know, some people say there's not enough evidence yet. Like, even if there is a beginning, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a before the beginning. And that's just our universe. So if there's other universes, then time does exist outside of our universe. So maybe it was created by a larger universe, and we're inside of a larger universe. And it's kind of like a Russian doll set, you know? So just because time for our universe does have a beginning and an end, apparently, you know, like, I just like think of it like a globulous ball inside of another globulous ball, like a mitochondria inside of a cell. Like, there's all this other things going on, and it's all a part of one little organism.
I think if you went to the very end, so I'm still not sure about the beginning part. Like, I think like there would have to be a beginning somewhere in order to make this time travel thing work. But if you went to the very end, like if space is curved, if it's shaped like a ball, maybe, right? And it's an expanding ball. Before it expands at 2 points, you would have where you could meet. So you go around the ball and you would eventually go back to the beginning and circle your way back around to current time. Like, if you went to the very end, you might circle back on yourself. But if it's expanding, you may never turn back around on yourself because those 2 points are getting further and further away. It's creating new space as the balloon expands. So you're constantly traveling and never able to reach the end because it's always expanding.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How fast does it expand? Like, is space expanding faster than the speed of light?
Oh,
How fast does that shit go? You know?
how fast is space, dude?
How fast does space go? Does anybody
How fast
know
is
that?
Space Ghost?
Pretty fast, dude. Anybody in the chat know how fast space goes? I'm gonna Google it really quick. Let me Google.
Also, Roach Tails, thanks for the super chat. He asks, we were talking about Big Rock Boy. Is he the center of the universe? If not, what is? Do you have any thoughts about that, Joe? I mean, all I know about the center of the universe is, like, there's supposedly a supermassive black hole
In the center of the universe?
Yeah, or am I thinking galaxy?
I think you're thinking galaxy.
Okay,
Galaxies have
not,
supermassive black holes.
So not universe then.
Not universe. Universe, like, we don't know. We don't know how big it is. We don't know, like, that's kind of the whole thing. We don't know where it, like, starts and ends. So there's a lot of black holes out there.
I think that in the center, I don't know if there is a center. I think it's like a big toroidal.
It could be. It could be. I always think too, like, if the Big Bang was so big, maybe it just like releases giant flash, and you can't see through it to the other side. So, like, we don't know what's on the other side of it because we're still having to look through all this gas and light of this explosion of everything that ever existed all at one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You try to look back and it's probably pretty fuzzy. But, like, what if you did go back to the Big Bang and little did we know all you had to do was go on the other side of it? Like, there was no go into it or go, around it or have to, time travel into it. Like, what if you just went past it? Like, you just flew past it and you saw an entirely new empty space or reality that existed, because two say two universes collided in this giant wave
Yeah.
of space and created the Big Bang. Like, who knows?
So I think did you say that a little bit earlier? Because now it clicked for me. Because like no one's physically gone past the edge of the universe or like the beginning, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know what's on the other side unless you physically went there. Because
Yeah.
we can only look using light. That's
I guess
billions of years.
if it shoots out, like if it was a center point and it shot out in all directions like a sphere,
Yeah.
and it did explode, like maybe, and then you can kind of track it and find the center of where that exploded. But if two things hit each other like a wave and then bounced away, there would be like this huge, like it would be a projectile in a certain direction. It wouldn't be even everywhere. So what if you were able to just find where they collapsed or touched or banged and like went to the other side?
Yeah. Cool. I just pictured like you dropping like some eggs on a pancake. That kind of wave motion,
It's exactly what it is.
making breakfast.
See, Joe, are you saying that our universe is devouring an old universe? Crazy cool. Well, maybe not even devouring an old universe, like maybe literally just bumping into it. Like what if our universe carries like some mass to it? What if our universe is like maybe like oil and water, right? Like our universe is just floating around like some oil, like a little bubble, and we run into another universe, and maybe it sometimes combines into one giant universe. Maybe they collide and one of them kind of explodes and turns into a bunch of little bitty tiny universes. Maybe one time they collide and another top third bubble universe pops up on top of it. Like, who knows? I have no idea.
Dude, I love that. I was looking for a crowd sound because we've got a new member. Alabama time.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, there you go.
Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
I did hear it. Yeah, I heard that too.
I got many more of those. Thanks for that, Alabama time. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Let's see. Arlene says, "Oh my God, I saw a comment thread with two guys arguing about whether or not the universe was flat. I couldn't even get upset because they were just bonkers." Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you get into like chat rooms and people are having those conversations and you're like, shit if I know. Who knows? Is it flat? I don't know. Could be. It is if you're on top.
Like on top of like looking down on a flat earth, like
just like on a surface, like everything looks flat if you're standing on top of it looking.
Oh, got it. Just yeah.
Except for like a mountain or a big ass hill.
Mountains don't look flat from the top.
Mountains look the opposite of flat, dude. They look like mountains.
Yeah.
Let's see. If the Earth is flat, then the universe must be too. I don't know how we got here, but we're gonna go there, and I'm gonna say no.
Dude, so we do live in if that was the case, we would live in a two-dimensional universe. That's not correct, right?
It'd be
flat.
more like
they don't mean flat like flat. They're like it's just.
Well, then that would be like, okay, is a chessboard a two-dimensional? It's like a two-dimensional surface
I don't think
that you move on, but the pieces themselves are three-dimensional.
I think I'm misinterpreting the word flat. Like, I don't think they mean like two-dimensional.
You mean
maybe they should change it to thin Earth. Like it's just
the thin Earth? Yeah, dude. Well, no, because some of them think it is flat. It's just on the back of a turtle.
There should be. I don't know. I mean I love that one. That one's great.
Me too. I like the turtle theory.
I picture like Like
I
an
wish more
old,
flat earthers would go with that because that's something we can all rally behind.
yeah.
We're on the back of a turtle.
His name's Ezekiel. He's munching on grass all the time.
Oh, Stardust.
Thanks, Mr. Crowley.
If it was a massive turtle, it could munch on stardust like algae, you know, in the ocean, just floating around out in the ocean.
Dude.
Yeah. So what do you think, man? Do you think they're all different? Time travel, teleportation, and dimensional shifting.
I think they're all connected.
They're all connected.
I think they're all connected.
It's like you wouldn't have the PS5 without the Atari. There were stages in between that. Yes, it's video games, but the video games now are so much more immersive. So it'd kind of be the same thing with teleportation, time travel, and dimensional shifting.
Yeah, I guess travel is just from getting from point A to point B, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
But if point A is on a different dimension as B, like physically on top of it, just in a different lens, is it in a new place or in a new time?
It's in a new dimension.
Or a new dimension. So that's like in between space.
So
and time.
I think place and time, teleportation, time travel can go together, but then like dimension, that's like is that other dimension part of your time space? Or is it part of its own time space?
Oh.
You know?
Dude, I'm thinking of Interstellar where Matthew,
Yeah.
our buddy Matthew he's like floating through that trippy in between world, man, and like space or time and space just don't exist.
Yeah.
And I heard somebody talk about or do like a breakdown of that scene, that what he's interacting with are these interdimensional beings that are allowing him to travel the audience his body doesn't really exist. Like it's just for the audience to realize what's happening.
Right.
But what is actually happening is that these interdimensional beings are guiding his consciousness back in time and through different dimensions to be able to communicate with his daughter in the past. So like he's physically not in there like touching shit and moving things.
Yeah.
But like his consciousness is and does move like sand in some ways and like makes some stuff fall over and stuff. But I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the way that they're able to connect them, for sure. And I think if you're gonna teleport, you can't time travel, right? But if you can time travel, then you can also teleport. And the same thing goes with dimensional moving. If you can move dimensionally, then you can also time travel and you can also teleport. But I don't think you can get to the last dimensional shifting part with just teleportation. You may be like, shit, I'm onto something. Hopefully one of these days we'll be able to move dimensions. Right? And it's not until you reach that final step. And then once you're able to travel past dimensions, like what's next, dude? Like when you get into like that fourth, fifth dimensional realm and you're able to travel down and up through dimensions, like what's next? Where do you go? Whenever you're already one with the universe, you are the universe. You are everything that has ever been and ever will be. You're connected to all source and you can travel through any dimension you'll want to. Like, what next?
What next?
Is that it? Because there's no way that as a human being, our feeble minds can even grasp the concept of what happens next. And yet we think that like, oh, dude, we're shifting, right?
Yeah.
We're shifting in the next dimension. Like, that's just the way it is. Okay, but when we get there, that's not all that there is, probably, right?
Right.
There's gotta be like, is there more?
It makes me think like if there are multiple species of alien with this technology, maybe there's different tiers, like you're saying. Like just because you have one of those technologies doesn't mean you have the other. But maybe there's a few, or maybe just one that have mastered all of them.
Yeah, totally.
And they're like they're at a point in their evolution maybe that's why it happens the way it does. Like nobody's just given this stuff in a short amount of time. Like you gotta come from where you come from. I think any being, I guess, maybe starts out fighting war, famine, stuff like that, and then the more technologically you get, the more chill you are, the more nice you get.
Yeah.
So maybe those beings that have control all of, did you say there was three? Was it teleportation, time travel, and dimensional travel?
Yeah.
So if you've mastered all three of those, either you're searching for the next thing, or by that time, like your species is just like, hey, dude, let's just hang out and help other civilizations get to where they need to go.
Which would be to where you are. Right?
Yeah.
And then so that's where my question of, okay, once we're all there, what next? We all just hang out in this higher dimension together, like we're fucking chilling and everything's cool, and we can't eat barbecue and like fucking have sex, like you know, like that can't be it.
It's like no music.
Like everybody just standing around looking at each other, like, well, we made it.
No, you wouldn't be able to talk.
Oh, you're telepathically.
Like there'd be no jokes because everybody knows the punchline.
That would suck.
You're like, guess what? I know.
I know.
I knew you were coming.
Man, the fourth dimension sucks.
Fourth dimension's lame, dude.
It's like I can do everything, but I can't do anything at the same time. You know how irritating that is to be able to do anything, but not be able to do anything?
That's kind of that's the catch-22, right?
That's the thing. That's the feeling that I get from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like it seems tight to be able to like shift into like somewhere. But like, is that all you're doing? Is just shifting and like helping people and shit? It's like, all right, I'm gonna shift here and go help this dude.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And like you're gone for like 150 years, but then you come back and you're like, whew, it was a long day of work. You know, it was like no biggie because it doesn't exist. Man, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Tammy says that's why we come to Earth, for adventures and emotions and the senses.
Then why do we need to?
Ooh, Tammy, you just made me think of something. What if this is the final stage to where like after you've mastered all three, they're like, what's next? Oh, you could go be a human. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could go be a human in the year 2020. That'd be cool, right?
Oh my god.
And since time and space don't exist to those the higher dimensional, species or whatever that have mastered the sands of time. I don't know what you call it. Fucking rings of something.
I like it. The sands of time, dude.
Funyuns. maybe they're like, this is like the next thing, where they just reincarnate into a human at different points in time.
This is just like the it's like the universal playground. People just come here to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So like it's hard.
You could come back to 1987.
Damn, that would be tight. That's when I was born.
Oh yeah.
I was born and then the world rejoiced. They were all like, yay.
Yeah. Everybody did they did that. Yay.
On the day I was born, dude, all the nurses gathered around, gazed at the wide wonder.
And
what they had found.
Yeah.
That nurse spoke up and said, leave this one alone. She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone. Bad. Bad to the bone. I was bad to the bone.
Were there 3 wise men at your birth?
No, there was 3 not smart guys at my birth. Well, like these guys, wise men, we're like wise asses.
Wise asses. Come on back after you.
These guys are dumb as shit.
Come on over here. Look at this. Look at this baby over here. So hairy. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, dude, that's gonna be it for me on my time travel questions. We've got a few more. Maybe we can get into them on Thursday with Smiles. Smiles is coming on Thursday. Freaking
Smiles.
stoked. Can't wait to talk to that dude. It's gonna be epic. He's gonna tell us all about Anomaly Archives and what he's been up to lately. Dude's been pretty busy, so I can't wait to get into it. Smiles and Anomaly Archives is also the people that we're donating to this quarter. So you guys, you listen up now, okay? You listen up here because when you go to the website, anytime you purchase a t-shirt or you throw in a super chat, anything like that, 20% of it all gets donated to Anomaly Archives this quarter. So we're trying to help them find a new home, trying to help them open back up. Ben and I went once and it made such a impact on us, dude. The impression that like we got from that place was pretty killer. It really got us motivated to really get in and start digging into some stuff, and then they shut down, which was a total bummer. So I want to see these guys open back up. So yeah, let's help them out. That's what's
Hey, we're on their website. Yay!
Yay! Look, dude, we're
That's
handsome.
cool.
We're handsome guys.
And our video. Oh,
And our
shit.
video.
Oh my god! Look at that! Hell yeah!
We're all over the place.
That's what's up, dude. Internet. We're on the internet.
Yeah, so we'll drop a link here on this website that Ben's showing you guys, and y'all go check it out. It's gonna be freaking awesome. We'll also post our video of us going to go visit them. That was pretty fun. That was our Tiny Mike days, dude.
Oh, dude, I miss the Tiny Mike days. We need to bring that back.
That's pretty sweet.
Look how small, look how tiny that Mike is. Look at
Look
that.
I like how I was reporting like a serious reporter.
Yeah.
I was pretending to be serious with the Tiny Mike. It's so funny, dude.
You're very serious.
Look, push play on it. It's so funny.
Oh, I gotta.
You gotta reshare.
Yeah.
If it's too hard, dude, don't worry about it.
Oh no, I could do it. I could do it if I really tried to. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody? We're here in front of the Austin Archives. As you can see, it's a big building. We're about to go inside and check it out.
Yeah.
Meet some people, see some cool books.
Come on, follow us.
All right.
We're so young, so handsome. It's like 3 years ago.
I know.
It feels like it was like 10 years ago.
What's up, UFO Garage? It's
Smile.
Joe here. Ben's on the camera.
That's so funny, dude.
We're here
Heck
with
yeah.
Miles today.
All right, cut the video.
Anomaly
Cut
Archives
the
here in
video. We'll
Austin,
post
it, and we'll let people go check it out if they want to check it out themselves, man. We don't want to give away all the honey all at once.
He was not expecting the Tiny Mike.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't expecting us at all.
Oh, that's right, because he was like, hey, guys, probably not a good time to come.
Yeah, and we didn't get the message until after we showed up with microphones and cameras and was like, let's do an interview.
Yeah.
He was so nice to take us around. And then we got home and we like looked at the messages and he was like, no, I don't think I can do it today, fellas. Maybe let's pick another time. We're like, oh, we're such assholes.
To him, it probably seemed like, oh, yeah, fuck it. Let's just go. He'll be fine.
Yes. Anyways, Thursday's going to be exciting, man. So
Oh, yeah.
y'all come and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's it for me, man. Anything from you?
Well, hopefully I'll be better on Thursday. I am I went to the I was sick all weekend, and I was at a buddy's bachelor party, and I've been wanting some red wine so bad. So hopefully by
Red
Thursday
wine.
I can have a little bit of red wine,
Nice,
a little
dude.
silly goose juice. Maybe you and I can have a couple giggles
I'm down.
and some laughs and talk about UFOs and islands.
I'm down. Smile says he won't be able to stay for the full 3 hours, but let's just let time run away from us to where
Hey.
we end up being on for 3 hours anyways. Right?
I love that.
No, we'll see how long he can stay on so we can get some pretty good questions out within the time limit that we have with him. So I'm stoked. So all right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I think that's the end. That's what that sound means. Here it goes. Oh yeah.
UFO Garage.
That's right. It was another episode of UFO Garage. I say is 7 Up. Yeah. You dig?